Ladies and gentlemen of the American Jury and Bulldog Nation, welcome to the Eric Deters Show, sponsored by Deters Consulting, Parks Yoga, Top Shine Detailing. Check us out on all of our platforms. Our first story should trouble the hell out of you. We have now hit $34 trillion in debt. Now let me give you the historical context of this. Prior to George Bush 43, our national debt was $1 trillion, and people were kind of fretting about it. From George Bush 43, we're talking 20 years here, folks. From 43, these last four presidents and these Congresses have gotten us to $34 trillion in debt. From 1 trillion to 34 trillion. Bush took it from 1 to 5. Obama took it from, I think, 5 to 15. Trump took it from 15 to like 20. And here we go. Just racking it up. Racking it up. It is impossible for us to pay this debt off without hyperinflation. We're borrowing money to pay the interest. I mean, it is a disaster. The interest costs more than the Defense Department. We have put ourselves in economic peril. And folks, I don't care who's in Congress. They didn't do, even those that oppose certain budgets. Sorry, you didn't do enough to stop them. You didn't do enough to stop them. I blame them all. I blame them all. That's why I'm kind of in a somber mood. That story, man. 34 trillion. And it's just clanking. Hell, we'll probably be at 35 trillion by the end of the month. It's unbelievable. But you need to know that. We got there in the last 20 years. That's 20 years. And here's the kicker. Think about this, folks. In the last 20 years, what did we get for $33 trillion? What did we get? Where is the wonderful infrastructure, beautiful, shiny things? Whew. Great sucking time. I'm convinced that full, long political gangsterism with no honor in Congress is why we're here. That money just goes out. It's like money laundering, government laundering, where it actually goes. And the people get nothing in return. Nothing. What have we gotten in return for $33 trillion? Pfizer got a lot of money. Pfizer got $1 trillion or so, didn't they? What did we get? It's sad. It's wrong. That's why I'm running for Congress. Trump is going to have a town hall when the CNN debate takes place. And speaking of that debate, the only two people in the debate are going to be Haley and DeSantis. Only two that qualify. Let them rip each other. Japanese plane crash is being reported on in world news, but this plane hit a Coast Guard Japanese plane. I think 5 or 6 died from them. 400 and some odd people on the passenger plane, and they all got out before it goes poof. Lucky. Trump is gaining on Biden with Hispanic and young vote. Hope for America. Hannity is moved to Florida. Ooh, let's announce it. Going to Florida. As much money he makes, it doesn't matter where he freaking lives. Hamas leader, this guy right here, has been killed. Good. Putin threatens the U.S. again. Doesn't that make you comforting on top of the $34 trillion? Claudine Gay resigned. During her resignation, she read the Gettysburg Address in plagiarism. Babylon B did a bit on that. It's so funny. All right, the Epstein list still hasn't come out, but it's coming this week, they say. Babylon B made a good one on this one, too. They said the list hung itself. Streaming, folk. People keep canceling the streaming because Netflix, HBO, all of them, they just keep jacking up Prime, keep jacking up the prices. People have had enough. SeaWorld crash. This guy right here, Ash Jenkinson, had cocaine in his system. He's all coked up, partying up. New York City had a 1.7 magnitude earthquake. God's vengeance, the Christians will be saying. $842 million Powerball, still available. Isn't it still available? Nobody missed it.
Somebody bought it at Food Castle.
Well, why do we want to report something when it's gone, Sabrina? We only want to report when there's hope. Hope's still alive. There's no hope. Somebody won. This is going to make us all miserable.
Nobody knows who won.
I need a new producer. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day. Ladies and gentlemen, American Jury and Bulldog Nation, welcome to Eric Deters Local News, sponsored by Deters Consulting, Parks Yoga, Top Shine Detailing. Check us out on all of our platforms. And you know what? We only report the news that really freaking matters. So sometimes news is light. We don't post all the feel-good stories and all other goofball stuff. Oh, they saved a dog in Coleraine Township. We got hard news. Speaking of hard news, a Butler County carjacking happened. Can you imagine? Unfreaking believable. All right, P.G. Sittenfeld reported yesterday down to Ashland. Just so you know, it is a cozy, low-security federal facility. He'll be just fine. He's a pernicious, lumpish loochster, though. All right, another local news. Cincinnati City Council all got sworn in, and they said they're going to focus on crime this year. Oh, you couldn't focus on it in 2023? This stuff is the biggest bunch of gobbledygook all the time. Meanwhile, Falmouth impeached their mayor, Sebastian Ernst, for neglect. What? What did he do neglectful? Absolutely nothing. I stand with Sebastian Ernst. You may not know this, but Sebastian Ernst's family is probably like the largest owner of downtown buildings in Falmouth. They care about the city of Falmouth. Cracks me up. And just because he raises hell about some stuff, the rest of them all want to get him. Well, you know what? It's going to blow up in their face. All right, Kentucky news. Kentucky legislature began yesterday. They proved their rules, all that other stuff. You know what? When they're all gathered together, you can count on bad things happening. And McConnell showed up for the swearing in of all the other Kentucky constitutional officers and sat next to Governor Andy Beshear, who also attended. Unbelievable. Subscribe to Eric Deters' weekly newsletter by just sending us eric@ericdeters.com, your email address.
Hello again. You're watching Eric Deters World News. This is Jamie Spindley. Following up on yesterday's breaking news, a Japanese airline plane erupted in flames on the runway following a collision with a Coast Guard aircraft. All 379 passengers were safely evacuated, but tragically, 5 crew members on the other plane lost their lives. Meanwhile, India is grappling with widespread fuel shortage as truck drivers stage a strike, protesting a new law related to hit-and-run accidents. Reports indicate large queues of gas stations across several states, with around 2,000 petrol pumps already depleted of fuel stocks. In the United Kingdom, severe weather warnings persist as another storm pounds southern England and Wales. Rail services are urging passengers to avoid travel due to severe disruption, and the region is experiencing near 100-mile-per-hour winds, leading to terrific delays and extensive flooding. On the archaeological front, a puzzling discovery unfolds in Wales with the unearthing of a rare early medieval cemetery dating back to the 6th or 7th century. Of the estimated 70 graves, 18 has been excavated, revealing well-preserved skeletons in unconventional positions and unexpected artifacts. The excavation poses intriguing questions about an ancient community. That's the latest headlines. Until tomorrow, cheerio.
Ladies and gentlemen, the American Jury and Bulldog Nation, welcome to Sports Without Boundaries, sponsored by Top Shine Detailing. Well, the NFL has made it very clear to all the NFL teams that when you report as somebody being eligible, you do it with clarity and without games. After all the concern that the old Detroit Lions got hosed, it turned out the Detroit Lions were trying to deceive everybody, and it bit them in the ass. So we'll see what happens next time. All right, the owner of the Carolina Panthers, this is an outrage, has been fined $300,000 for throwing drink at Jaguars fans. He actually just knocked over a thing of ice. I mean, this is incredible bullshit that goes on in our society today. Unbelievable. Excuse me for the phone. It was not on silent. All right, NCAA championship football tickets have plummeted. Why? Because the big programs aren't going to be in there. Sorry, Michigan. You're not as big a draw as Texas and Bama. Just the way it is. Brock Bowers is declared for the NFL. My guess is he will be the number one tight end taken. All right, Nick Kroll of the Cincinnati Reds says no more major moves. They spent a lot of money on just a few folks. But I'm glad to know that they're sticking to their young folks and not trading these guys. That's a smart move. All right, Laurel Collins, formerly of the Bengals, formerly of the Dallas Cowboys, is back with the Cowboys, and I love it. He'll do a lot better out there at right tackle than Steele. ESPN apologizes. Why? For showing a flasher during the Sugar Bowl on Bourbon Street. Come on, lighten up. Nick Saban, you ready for this? He took responsibility. Just so you know, because I was like all of you other Bama fans, why did he do this? Well, here's what he says. He goes, we thought we could get it blocked. In other words, this wasn't Milroe going rogue like I thought he did. They said we thought we could block it. Well, they didn't block it. So I get it, 4-yard line. Milroe's a good runner, but there was no hole. And then he tripped over his own guy. All right. Calipari says that Zonavir Ivisic, he is so tall. I saw him in person at NKU, wow, in this scrimmage. He's going to return to Kentucky, they think, this week. Look out, everybody. They're number 6. They got 3 huge, good, fast, big men to go along with all the other talent. I don't know how they lose. They need a rebound, put all 3 of them in the game at the same time with Trey Mitchell and Thero. Oh, my God. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day. Ladies and gentlemen, the American Cherry and Bulldog Nation, welcome to Eric Deters Pop Culture, sponsored by Top Shine Detailing. Check them out. We only got 3 stories, but they're good ones. Kanye West says his wife, Bianca, is going to wear even less clothes in 2024. Okay, is she going to wear a bra? He says in 2024, guys, she's not going to wear any pants. No pants. Kanye gives us all the entertainment we need, doesn't he? All right. Is this a shocker to you? It's not to me. Word is Travis Kelce wants to be rock famous. He's got 5 different agents, wants to get into movies, wants to do all the stuff that he wants to do. Now, I think to myself, good for him. Good for him. You're in enough damn TV commercials. But then it struck me. If you're Taylor Swift, do you not at least wonder that if his game plan is to be famous as rock, that dating, marrying, whatever Taylor Swift is part of his master plan versus true love? I say, hell yes, it is. I was rooting for him. I'm a cynic now. What do you think, Josh? What do you think, Jamie?
Exactly.
I went from liking the guy to I can't stand him now.
I hate both of them.
I mean, it's just like overexposure. I mean, it just, oh my God. All right, next up, I love Aaron Rodgers because he didn't take the vax. And he's calling out Jimmy Kimmel, asking whether Kimmel's on the Epstein list that's going to be coming out. Jimmy Kimmel's threatening to sue. Jimmy Kimmel is a scumbucket. He is a pernicious, lumpish lootster. The Man Show to Mr. Self-Righteous, politically correct, to whoa, health insurance because his son has got that issue.
He dressed up blackface. How come he's not out?
Exactly.
I mean,
I forgot about that. Let's add that to the equation. We hate you, Jimmy Kimmel, you and your network. Go Aaron Rodgers. This is the Bulldog. See, we can say DH on our show because we don't have FTC regulations. I like that comment. Don't edit it. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day.